Yeah, man, and we live.
What is going on? That was an appropriate beginning as I cleared my throat in the times that we are in right now. But welcome back to Popscast episode 4. We are on episode 4. We're not official yet, guys. We need 3 more episodes. We're almost there, though. Almost there. But it's your boys from the NGA crew. It's me, CK. The father of 2. Oh, go ahead and take it.
I'm sorry, I just cut you
off.
I
was going to talk about my kids, but I don't care.
Go ahead and talk about your kids because, you know.
No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, you're right. It doesn't matter. My name's Marz, and, you know, I feel bad. CK got 2 kids. He has a baby daughter, and he has a beautiful baby son on the way.
Yes, on his way.
And I got a beautiful baby daughter as well named Millie, and Tez has 2 twins. Thank God they look nothing like him.
Hey,
we got one right there for proof. One right there for little Jazz.
I am with child today,
and as you can see, yes.
And her big sister, sleep, but my little big baby, she don't want to sleep. So Daddy said,
"Little big baby."
She the little sister that's bigger than the big sister.
I get it, but that just sounds like a little chunkster. Like you calling her a little fatty.
She is my chunk. That is like
Jazz. If you watch this in the future, Jazz, Uncle CK was trying to get your back. So we can go ahead and get your back.
No, you chunk. Yeah.
Tez, this is as much as I could do. This is your episode, so I can't even introduce what we talk about today. This is your episode.
I got it. So, man, like the title says, if anybody's looking at it or if you're watching and listening to this later, we are talking about child abandonment, or more so, how can a parent abandon their bundle of joy or bundles of joy, however you want to put it.
Just we talking about that today.
I don't remember who came up with the
Marz.
title for it. Marz. Okay, we'll blame it on Marz.
It was Marz.
And it's crazy out here too, man. Like, you know, quarantine time, locked in. You got to be with your kids when you don't want to be with your kids. And for them people who trying to get away, this ain't the topic for you. We're not teaching you how to get away. We're trying to make you feel bad.
Away.
Exactly.
Or if a kid gets snatched away by the grandparent.
Oh man,
I miss you.
For a
week, baby.
Well, that's different. You ain't abandoning your kid. Somebody, your parents.
No, she is with her. Yeah, she loves Grand J. She probably don't even know who we are right now. She's so excited.
Tell mom I'm coming home. I got babies. It's more babies.
She loves her Grand J. That's the thing too. I know it's not a topic, but are your parents like that? Because my mom refuses to be called grandma. But that's the thing in Caribbean culture, like they don't do the grandmas and stuff.
Right.
So my grandma was grand. Hers was Nana, excuse me. And then before that was like Momo and stuff like that. So since her name is Jackie, my mom, that's why she goes by Grand J. So that's a nice Grand J.
Oh yeah, my parents don't do it either. Yeah, no, they my mom is Gigi and my dad is Pop. Pop is Gigi, and then on my wife's side is Nana, and Grandpa.
Yes, they don't care. They're grandma.
Her mom didn't want to be called grandma or Nana because their grandmother was called Nana, so she wanted to be Gigi, and my mom wanted to be Nana because there's already a great grandmother and granny, and so she was like, no, I'm just gonna be Nana. Yeah, it's a little different hearing it being said because you know I have the history with my wife.
You were so
Nana.
Right.
And so I'm like, damn, and you'll hear my niece call my mom Nana. I'm like, oh shit, yeah, that's who you are now.
Yeah, that's your title. That's right. That's right. What about you guys? I think give me Pop.
I think I want to be Granddaddy. Hey, Granddaddy.
I want to be Pawpaw. I know for a fact I want to be Pawpaw.
I don't know. I like Granddaddy.
Or Papaw, however you want to say it.
Pop. On my side of the family, at least for my family, I think we're gonna be Southerners. Well, they're gonna be Southerners, so.
You might get Pawpaw some stuff.
They're gonna have that Southern accent, man. I don't know how I feel about it, but because Millie probably.
I be thinking about that too. Yeah, you're not lying, man. Because right, and they're gonna go to school, and
they're gonna be around all these kids with Southern accents. So Millie gonna have Southern accent. Like, yo, who's your parents? They come out here. Where they come from? And then, cause I had this argument with my homeboy. He was like, "Oh nah, they're not gonna have accents because you know they're at home and they hear your parents talking." But then I was like, "Yo, your parents are African and you don't have an African accent
At
Mhm.
all.
So
That's
you know what I'm
us
saying?
too.
Right? Yeah. You know,
Because my parents are from Barbados and their accents here, but we don't even hear it. But every time our friends came over, they're like, "What accent is that?"
right?
Accent?
Yeah.
What you talking about? That's my mom.
Exactly. That's how
She
she
has a Bayesian
speaks.
accent.
That's how
Yeah,
she
So
speaks.
yeah,
but
you're just
right.
a product of your environment. So
Man, what
That's
it'd be the same as like for me here. My tone of voice, it's subtle. Like they can tell there's some twang into it. You know, they know there's some Tesism in there, but
How can you? I was about to say, how you not gonna tell? Like
that's what I'm saying. Like but no. The thing is, if I went home or talked to my family for like a good period of time, yeah, that draw come in full effect, boy.
that draw,
I'm
that
talking about,
southern draw.
and I'm kind of sad because they not gonna have that. They not gonna have that. Like they'll have certain words that I say, but they'll never have that good
Nah,
down
they gotta
home
be-
tone.
You gonna be
Thinking
mad
like,
if they have the
"Hey."
A's? Yeah. I was just
Hey.
gonna say.
They're like, Daddy, you get on
You
my
gonna be
nerves.
mad
They're
at the
like,
A's?
what? Hey,
Hey.
girl, you gonna get your?
Yeah, come on. That's that remote. A.
He's like, you get the A out of here.
It ain't no remote.
Well, whoop
Like,
your A.
bro, that's a remote control. There's no remote in this
funny.
house. Remote control. A that.
Remote
Right. Ted's gonna be trying to teach him Tesism. Hot.
Don't you, baby.
That's funny. All right, Ted, you want to start it off, man?
I guess I'll kick it off. Yeah, so man, just I've never been one to understand how anybody could want to abandon their bundle after having my own two bundles. I know it can be stressful at
Yeah.
times. I know it can,
Not stressful
damn
enough.
near make you want to pull your hair out because there's certain phases that all infants go through, toddlers go through, children go through that. You'll kind of be like, man, I can't do it. But in some cases,
Living it now.
it isn't even the kids. I've heard stories of the abandonment not being. Girl, you smacking hard as hell in my ear.
Hear it too.
Yeah, sorry, y'all. Little Jazzy on the beat. You know, she over here making noises. I told y'all my babies would be just like me. It just
Oh,
is.
boy.
It just
Jazzy,
is.
go away from the light, Jazz. Get away from the light.
I'm not giving that to her yet. It's not intentional. Once
you
it becomes
mean?
intentional,
She's learning it right because she's learning her body. Yeah, that's true. I ain't
right.
gonna. Yes.
Once it
I'm
becomes
not counting.
intentional,
Not
then I'm
counting.
like,
Maybe
damn, those are
beatboxing. I don't
Texas
care what
kids.
y'all say, but yes, I mean some parents or significant others leave because they don't feel like they're up to par being a parent, or they can't be a good parent, or they come from some traumatic experience in their past where they just knew they wouldn't be good parents and they effed around and had one, and they assume that leaving would be the better option when it's never the better option by any means. I can't speak from my own personal experience because I haven't left my kids and I don't plan on leaving. I'll say as a child who was abandoned, it's definitely not the better option. When it's in your control to not leave, it's not the better option. When you have parents that choose to just forcibly go on their own, it's a shitty thing. Definitely a shitty thing because I've seen some kids who grew up very damaged, like super damaged, seeking the wrong attention, trying to find that figure in certain individuals who don't fit the mold, or becoming trapped by some weird psychosis of this is what I assume is a normality when it's far from it. Like the illusion that you paint of what you wanted or what you desired isn't what you got. It's more like a self-inflicting circle. It's just you're just causing more harm, and it's just terrible. Girl, you are. Let me get this.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah,
That's a good way to put it.
and I don't think I can really say much more than that, man. Like it's just never something I would want anybody to go through. Like I knew when I had kids, I was like, if I'm having kids, I want to try and make it work as best as I can, and always put that foot forward in light, because like I said, sometimes it's just the spouses don't see eye to eye, and they end up working it out and being better, co-parents rather than a together unit. But even still, that form of division, that form of division causes some type of issues with the kids, whether it show up early on or later on in life.
Yep.
Yeah, nah, I agree with you. I do agree with you saying, but my whole thing is just like, you have a kid and you're having a kid, and like somebody's telling you, oh, you're about to be a father. So I get it. All right. Sometimes you might not be ready. Sometimes it was just a mistake.
Are you ever really ready though?
I mean, that's true. You're not. But I'm talking about, like, you might be a little bit younger, or you just the girl was just a one night or one time thing or whatever the
Yeah.
case may be, and now she's pregnant, she's keeping the baby, and now whatever the reason or cause is, I still think there is no reason why you should abandon this child or leave this child, you know, and not care about this child at all. I think that as a man, instantly it becomes a responsibility. Like, okay, I'm about to bring a kid into this world. I helped bring a kid into this world. Like, I just don't know how people just could be just dickheads, man. Like, just leave and not even care. Not like you have a whole seed, half of your being is in this child, and you just don't even care about him, man.
Yeah,
I can't see. I just don't. It's hard for me to understand why people do that, man.
Yeah, and I'm trying to like play devil's advocate, but I got nothing for that because it's especially like Ted started off with like and I understand in some situations they're not even there for the moment their kid is brought into the world, but there are even instances where they are and they still choose to leave. And in those instances, those ones I cannot understand, because as unready as you might be and most likely are, when little one is brought into this world, like everything in your brain, everything that you've ever thought about, everything shifts. And it's everything I'm going to do is for you. The moment you see them, you know what I'm saying?
The moment you see them, 100%.
For anybody to not have that thought process go through their head or have that feeling go through their head, it's just it's mind-boggling to me. Like, I understand that not everybody grows up and not everybody matures, but something like that should automatically make you mature. That should automatically put you in that mindset. And unfortunately, it's just such a common thing. And I know the concept of today's show is parents, but let's be honest, man. Majority, it's us. It's other guys like us. It's guys. It's dudes. I know there are instances, of course, with moms. I'm sure, but I bet you there's
more males doing it than females. And to shed light on that, inverse wise, so we could definitely say there was a hard leaving of father figures or lack of father figures from 70s, 80s, 90s, and even some of the 2000s. But I have definitely noticed a lot of my friends, 90s and 80s babies, have stepped up to make it a known thing that dads are here. Like there's a lot. I know a lot more single fathers, like good dads, than I could say that I've seen bad moms, and I have no right to cast judgment on anybody, but I'll definitely say there's a big influx of good dads trying to show that we're a lot of our fathers left us, but we'd be damned if we repeat the cycle this time around, because we've seen what happens. Like, it made some of us, and some of us aren't well off because of that leaving, and
that's an unfortunate situation for a lot of people in different instances. Like, I unfortunately it's happened to me twice, but it's in no way, shape, or form of anybody else in a lot of other situations that I know where their dad was just gone and never came back. Fortunately for me, my actual father, who lives in New York, like, although he couldn't handle taking care of his kid, but it wasn't an abandonment thing. That's what ultimately led to my parents' divorce. But he then still took the time to try and be a part of my life at some point. And then second time around, my stepdad, he was completely worse. And you see those kind of things affect my little brother, who, that's his dad, that's his, and how he was treating our mom and all those kind of things like that. Like, you see that, and those are the things that honestly push me to be like, like Ted said, like, you're Anaya, I'm never allowing that to happen. As much as you might hate me one day, as much as you might not want me to be there one day, I'm going to be the loud dad that's going to be at your whatever you want to do. I'm going to be there when you're not feeling well. I'm going to be like, that's what you're going to get from me. And I'm never going anywhere, because I know how that's been. And luckily, me and my dad are cool. Stepdad's still working on things, but me and my dad are super cool. He was, he wasn't there for the beginning of my life, but those are the kind of things that help you to be stronger. So to have instances like you said earlier where dudes, feel like they're going to repeat that, I get it, but to me that's weak.
Yeah, no, definitely.
I understand
that's
it, but
just some of the stuff I've heard. Like,
no, you're right, and I'm not
cousin,
fighting you on that.
I had a cousin who, for lack of better words, he never wanted to become a father because of the way my great uncle was.
Right.
He was like, I feel like he's like, I'm selfish enough already to know myself, and I know even if I did have kids, I'm afraid I'd turn out like my dad. Now, was my great uncle a saint? No, he was probably one of the first male figures I had, but I knew him later on in life when subtle things had changed. Now, I didn't have to grow up. I didn't have to grow up with him the way he was, to my cousin as a father, but I still think, like you said, that'd be a weak cop out, because I think if you really wanted it bad enough, you could be a great dad. And myself, I didn't meet my father till I was 20 years old. Never knew a damn thing about him, what he looked like, what his name was, or any lineage. Met him. First thing he said to me was, "Damn, you fat." Never forget it. Because I was a big boy, you know what I'm saying? He was like, "Damn, you fat." I was like, "Well, it is what it is, Dad,
If y'all never seen Tez before, he was big. And it's just funny because we know Tez's history in this. It's not funny at that moment, I understand, but just hearing it is funny. I'm sorry.
I get it, because like when I met him, I was like, yo, I wanted all the things that I would say or how I would react when I finally met him. And I was like, when I finally met this man, I had the biggest wave of everything let go off my shoulders. I was like, I finally got a face to me, matching it now at the point of trying to establish, like you said, your father and your relationship is a little better and you're working towards one with your stepdad. In the start of working mine with my father, there were lots of things, because him and my mother have constant conflict, and that constant conflict trickled into mine, and this unsureness of, I don't know if I'm your son. I'm like, well, I'm kind of grown, so if you ain't, that's cool, because there's been a lot of guys that said they were. But now it's starting to get, I guess, somewhat better, because he has granddaughters. I have other siblings who have kids too, but these are the grandkids he won't be able to see the most. And they, like, if I could show you pictures of my father and my youngest brother and sister, which he's old and he still got kids. These girls look so much like his side of the family. It's ridiculous. Like, I don't even look this much like them, and these girls look way more like them than I do.
That's what happens, man. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. But
I look at Anaya and I see my mom, and it's like, that's not how that's supposed to work. Like, that's not your kid. Like, why are you looking like my mom? That's my mom. That's not your mom.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, that definitely is a thing. But to piggyback off you guys, I am on the complete opposite, because my dad was there, and I seen what
Papa Connor shout out.
Hey, shout out
right,
to Fudge, man.
I seen what a dad, how he is supposed to be, with the family, with the kids. This man was exactly what you guys are trying to portray as a man, as a father figure.
Yeah,
your daughters, it's crazy, because he was there every football game, every sport event, every time he had a fight, every he was there for all that stuff. And he's still there today to just piss me off for just the little stuff. You know what I'm saying? Just like,
I love it.
And that's the kind of dad that I want to be as well. So it's like, I don't think it really matters if you have a father figure or not, because you guys are doing exactly the same thing that my dad did, and at the end of the day, my dad didn't have a father figure as well. So I guess I see where it's coming. You know what I'm saying? Right?
Isn't that crazy?
Right. So
you're the Anaya, the Jazz, and the Juliet. That's you. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like that's crazy.
Yes,
that's crazy.
That is exactly what it is, because my dad grew up without a father figure.
Yeah.
And so he was like, "Yo, I'm not doing that to my boys." And
but then he was one of the good ones of that generation, far and few between, boy.
And look at how strong that is, because that carried on, because that's who Marz wants to be. Like, 100%. He witnessed it, he went through it, he lived it, and like he said, he had the headaches, he had the whatever it is with his dad, but to this day respects him, loves him, and wants to replicate that, and that's huge and that's big.
Hey, we love you, Fuzz. We love you, Fuzz.
Yeah, man. That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah, man.
So now, if you watch this in the future,
just know.
Same to y'all. Y'all watching this in the future, man. So, like it's those headaches.
too,
Like
Malik.
CK said, it's the being loud at every sporting event. It's the being the embarrassing
Oh, I'm
parent.
there.
But it's gonna be
Yep.
those things that when our light and time here is said and done, that'll be the stuff that holds them through when they feel like, oh man, what is my life now? Like myself, I give honor and love my mother and father equally for who they are and how they made me.
Yeah.
But could I cast my heart aside and cry for a stranger? No. My mother, hell yeah, because that's my heart. But
That's your mama. Yeah.
you know him, I'd show up and be like, this was my dad, and it's nice to meet everybody who I don't know, and they be like, you don't seem heartbroken. You know what? How could I be? I only knew him
Yeah.
for so long in my life. I do.
Yeah.
I would. I'd understand that it's a sad passing, but I couldn't put my energy into it the way I know
I hear what
everyone
you're-
else around me would be heartbroken.
And that makes sense. Like nothing to apologize with that because that makes sense. Because like you said, how late in the game it was when you finally got to meet him. Like I get that
Right.
because you weren't there in all those moments. Well, right. You know what I'm saying? As jokingly as it was, but like yeah,
I know I'm fat.
Oh man, yo.
that's crazy.
But yeah,
That's
man,
crazy,
that was topic one, man. That's the
Yeah,
heavy hit. I feel like we got the
Just take care of your kids,
I'm
man.
saying,
Just
man,
take
do that
care
for
of
your kids.
man.
if you gonna be the man to go in there and get that girl pregnant, and then you better be the man to be there and take care of that same damn kid. Like,
hey,
I'm
say it
tired
again,
of it,
CK.
man.
Let them know. Say it again for the people in the back.
I said, if you man enough to get in that bed and throw your thing and her thing, you better be man enough to make sure you take that thing out her thing and take care of that thing. You know what I'm talking about?
Exactly.
Yeah,
This man said, "What up, scallywags?"
Who said that?
Harbor.
Harbor.
What's going on, Harbor, man? Shout out to Harbor in the chat. One of the more consistent, loyal viewers, come throughers.
Hope you
Yeah.
staying safe, Harbor.
Ish
One of my
talkers.
sons that got away talking about a parents.
Talking about bad parent. There you go.
Man.
I'm sorry, Harbor. I wasn't there for you, Harbor.
Oh man.
So it wasn't
You
different.
enjoying this? You just content. Like, look, she is just in heaven right now, dog. She just like, Daddy, I hear you.
She just chilling.
She's
listen.
chilling. This is what you want, yeah.
Bro, she
was
doing
in
it.
there.
Yeah, y'all ever look
That-
at the inside of those hospital soothes when they be chewing look like a fucking guppy just going?
It's gross.
at-
I hate it. I hate it.
The passies, the green
Yeah.
passies.
Oh my gosh, I
man.
hate it.
They do
It's
this
like a
thing, you be
horror
like,
film. Yeah, I hate it. Ooh, I hate it. That's why, and I didn't use those for very long just because of how much it grossed me out.
That was the funniest thing. Like
Like,
that
you
was
see the little mouth?
Millie's favorite one. We couldn't give her
Oh,
any other
this is
pasty
their
except
favorite
that
one.
one, man.
And I had
they-
options. I spent the money. I made sure she had options. I was not letting
Then
her
she
use that
had
one.
Millie had 100, but she didn't want any other
She
one.
said
But the,
that one.
like,
Luckily,
exactly.
Anaya chose well.
Hey,
Anaya-
Harbor, it's
there's
okay,
a-
man. You can get some. Your dad, he owe you back taxes and back pay. That man owe you a
Hey, hold
whole
on now,
2
wait a
years of
minute now.
college.
Back taxes. That's funny.
yeah,
But man, speaking of triplets and twins, man, that was my next
Oh,
question.
I just saw this. Oh,
Yeah,
Lord.
man. It was like, how would you? I got my twin, so I can tell you. But how would you guys feel if on your second you were having Marz? Your second, you were having twin girls or boys, and CK if Malik turned out being two boys, which I don't think you'd actually complain. You'd be like, I'm done. I'm really done.
Yeah, you're right. That's Okay, I thought you were talking about first time. Because first time, I think it would be
first
a
time. Okay,
different
let's spin it. Your first and or
Yeah,
let's go.
that
Let's go
one's
with how you would
different.
feel now, and then if it was the first time.
This time around, I don't think I would be like, whoa, oh my gosh, but I wouldn't be as like scared or worried or as I would be if it was 2017 and I'm finding out that I'm having like that.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
that's
and
a
I were
different
born.
experience.
Yeah.
27, 26, 27. When I was born
okay.
July 2017, yeah, I was 26 years old.
Okay.
For me, yo, I'm the opposite, CK. Like the first one,
You'd
I
be
think
scared
I
the
would've
second
been-
time?
Yes, because just the fact of like what we go through now with Millie,
But they
is-
got a big sister. Millie got it, man.
I don't got it, man.
He's like, I don't got this type of money.
But
Hey,
so the
Marz,
first
but
time
be-
around, you'd be
hey.
cool.
No, I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna sit here and lie and be like, oh yeah, nah, twins off rip. No, because it would have been a different experience. Like, nah, I think I would have been more like, okay, we're having two. this is the first time we're having to,
man.
So we'll be able to deal with it way better. You know, we're going through this together. Now, okay, we have one. We know how one works. Now we got to figure out how two works at the same time, dealing with another one.
But the thing is, at least you got some experience from one. Like, oh, I've seen this before. I know what this is, and I did that too. But then, like, because that's why every time I hear Tez say one thing and another thing, I'm like, yo, I know what you're talking about, but God, he got to do that twice,
bro.
So, like, just thinking about that, my first time around learning it, you know what I'm saying? Because never had a kid before, learning it, and then having to do it with two sets of kids. Because right now, Tez, as you guys can see, if you're watching the live version, Tez is holding one of two kids because the other one is peacefully sleeping in the background.
Well, as you say that, little big sister starting to stir in that swing, and mama ain't here yet. So it's like, what you gonna do, daddy?
And that's what I'm saying. Because then look, and then once Jazz decided to fall asleep, then Julia's gonna be like, yo, and Jazz be like, yeah.
Yo, that is the truth. Like, that is the truth. I thought that thing was a joke about the offsetting stages of twins. When one gets into a deep sleep, the other one wants to wake up, and vice versa. But no, man, let me tell you. So my baby's officially 3 months old, man. Clap it up for the youngins. Hey, they're 12. Big little sister's 12 pounds. Little big sister's 11. But they're getting frustrated at themselves because they're trying to roll over.
Hold on a second. 1 pound apart, and you call her little big sister?
I know.
She is. No,
she don't deserve that.
You haven't held them, nor have you seen them side by side. Well, you have
1 pound.
Seeing them in real life is different, bro. Like Jules looks so small compared to Jazz, because Jazz, my girl's thick. She thick. Jules look like an average little baby, but you know, Jazz look like she be eating her food. And that is the thing. Jazz eats. Jules be fighting her food. Like, I want it, but I'm not sure if I want to eat it right now. So I'm gonna eat it on my time, and I might get fussy, and I might tell you I don't want it, and I'm gonna eat it later. Like, we don't got time for that. We gotta go to sleep.
Jules sounds like Anaya. Jules sounds exactly like
But the thing is, they're getting frustrated now because they're trying to turn over now. Officially, they're starting to try and roll, but they can only make it a quarter on their side, and then it's like, hey,
I'm stuck.
I'm stuck.
Somebody push me.
I'm stuck. And like, and they're waking themselves up out of their sleep because they're rolling in their sleep. I'm like, boy, y'all are me to a T, because I can't sit still. Usually when at this age, I couldn't sit still sleeping. And they get so frustrated. I mean, to the point where they're shedding real tears, screaming bloody murder, and waking the other one up to cause the same type of tears and bloody murder. And I've developed pseudo daddy ears. Kira's got mom ears where she can hear everything. I hear everything during my peak hours if I need to be awake. Once it's time for me to go to bed, I've learned to shut all noises and sounds out. So
that's nice that Kira lets you do that.
No, she don't let me do that. I just voluntarily learned how to do it because she gets pissed at me because I don't get up sometimes.
That's what I'm talking about. All right. Just making sure she get mad.
Like, that's my woman. Do you get up in the middle of the night? Nope.
And I know Marz said he was the same, but Anaya wasn't really much of a crier during the night. But the few times she did, and if I didn't move, oh boy, I got kicked. I had foot in my face so fast.
Yo,
go get her.
It just happened this morning. It just happened this morning for me. It's like because I'm kind of like Tez. Like when she's crying at night, like I don't hear it as much. Like I'll hear it like subliminally, and then I'm like, all right, whatever. I think she's crying. I don't know, but then I'll just go back to sleep. So this morning, Millie was crying, and I didn't hear it. Like I just didn't hear it. It's not like I'm ignoring the baby
Katie
crying. Yes. I'm sorry, I didn't hear the baby crying. Like I was in a deep sleep. And then it's just like, okay. So then what Millie does, right? Like she'll cry if she doesn't have like a pacifier. You showed us in the stream. Right. Yeah. She has a pacifier in her mouth, and she likes to hold the pacifier in each hand.
Can we help you?
She look. Hey, girl.
You listen to the story too, huh? Crazy story.
She holds the pacifier in her hands. So if she doesn't have a pacifier, she starts like screaming her head off.
Man, well, you gonna get her out of that, bro?
But no, it's not even like she has to hold holding them. Like she's holding the one she's not holding in her hands. So
we'll be right back.
All right.
So when she's not holding it in her hand, she's like screaming her head off. So all you have to do is either wait until she finds the pacifier in the crib and she'll stop crying. Or if she can't find it, you gotta get up, sneak in there quietly, like place the pacifier where she can grab
get it.
Right, because she's sitting there.
Because when she sees you,
eyes
that's
closed.
it.
Exactly. Once she sees you, she's like, "Oh, well, I'm up
Party
now.
time.
You up now?
Party
we up.
time.
Let's
get it. Yes.
So you gotta be like, I gotta be a covert ops spy in my own house, sneaking and playing evidence.
Nah, man.
Yeah.
And I does some creepy things in her sleep, man. Because she sleeps in the bed, and what happens is like sometimes if me and Carly aren't near her, she gets upset, she gets pissed. But she's doing better. But when she wakes up in the middle of the night and knows there's no one there, she'll get pissed off. So she does this weird thing, and it's so creepy. Where me and Carly, like, she'll go to sleep before us, obviously, and me and Carly will be hanging out, we'll watching a movie or watching TV or something like that. And she'll do this thing where she's just upset. She won't cry. She just sits up and just looks at us. And it's the creepiest thing ever. And it's one of those things, but she's giving you a mad face, but it's like she went from sleep to that. So it's just what's going on? Like, so it's like, obviously we'd have to go over and hold her, and then she'll cuddle and she'll go right back to sleep. It is to this date the creepiest thing I've ever seen a kid do. I'm like, our daughter's possessed. Nice possessed. Like, I don't know what it is. No cries, no tears. I would be
on some I would hate it too. I'm not even gonna lie, yo. Yeah. Like, yo, what are you doing?
That's what I'm saying. You need your own bed. Like, I don't need this. Don't guilt me into none of that. Man.
So so talking about sleeping in the bed, how did Naya sleep in the same bed as y'all a lot, or was that a thing?
I'll admit it was my fault. Okay. I'm soft. All right. It was my first daughter. Okay. She loved daddy. Every time I got home, she wanted daddy. Okay. So, and I have a magical chest, is what me and Carly call it. So when I held her, she would fall asleep. Easy. Like, it wasn't even.
And Timo back.
We'd be on a couch, whatever. That's it. Night. She want to sleep. So what happened was
this is Jules. So you can see there's a difference.
Oh, you can see the difference. Yeah. Barely. That was me. You hear me lying.
I couldn't see nothing. I was like, wait, what y'all looking at? It looked like the same baby to me.
But yeah, so like she would, it was always chest sleep. But there was one time when I was putting her to bed, but she was not falling asleep on the chest. I'm like, oh, but I was getting tired. So I'm like, all right, let me lay down. And thus began the series of Anaya sleeping with dad. And because I loved it, because it helped me go to sleep. She fell asleep. Carly came in the room, found us both asleep, and then she went to bed with us. And then it just became a habit that I stupidly started. And then the rest is history. And now Anaya can't get out of my bed.
Yeah, and see, I'm going through that phase now a little bit, but
stay strong.
Katie's the one that's strong. She's like, yo, put her in her
Carly
crib.
Too. Carly was 100%. But the thing is, and Carly warned me. She's like, all right, and she's staying in this bed. You can't get mad. And here we are, and I'm mad. And she was like, this is your fault. This is your fault. But now Carly wants all the cuddles. She wants everything. But it's like, you did this. It's okay. So yeah, and I guarantee it's gonna happen again, because now she's gonna have her boy, and now she's gonna get it, and she's gonna want to be cuddling up Malik and wanting Malik to sit. And then now I'm gonna put the foot down, then I'm gonna get in trouble.
Because my homeboy Elvis, his son, right? For some strange reason, like because you know how when you have, like, sometimes you can wake up on your own at the same time every day, whatever. So his son every day at 2:30 in the morning wakes up and goes into their bed. Every single night, yo. So when we watch him, we watched him like maybe a month ago. He slept over, and we were just on the couch. He was asleep on the couch. Me and Katie were just watching TV. Legit at 2:30, he woke up and he looked at us. He was like, "Oh, y'all here?" Okay, and took his ass right back to sleep on the couch. I was like, all right.
Oh, because he didn't have to go anywhere.
Right, because everybody was still there. And I was confused. Yeah. I was like, yo, he just woke up in the middle of the night. He was like, what? Elvis was like, yo, what time was it? I was like, 2:30. He's like, yep, every night, 2:30 on the dot, yo. He wakes up and just go hop in their bed. Yo, I was like, yo.
That is his internal clock. That's his internal clock.
Yeah, yo.
That is a trip. I've never heard that before. That's hilarious.
I was like, yo, man, this little boy.
He said, I ain't gotta go nowhere. But so that's the trick. That's what Elvis got to start doing. Elvis got to get up at 2:25, go in the room, and when he sees it, yes,
all right, go okay, I don't gotta go nowhere. But that I'll tell him that.
Yeah, take that note, Elvis. There it is. Because if it worked with you, then it's gonna work every single time.
Right.
That's crazy, yo.
Yeah, man.
Don't be soft. That's all I'm saying. Don't be like me.
Yeah,
Don't be a charmer like
Man,
me.
in light of not
I
being
was so
soft, bro,
soft.
like for them, I'm always the one like, yo, let them cry a little bit because they got to get used to it. Because Kira swore up and down she didn't want to co-sleep, and I'm like, all right, trying to keep you not having to sleep with them because when they sleep in this bed, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. We can't
Good for you.
truly
Good for
stop
you.
it.
Stay
But it's
strong.
like I'm just like, yo, let them cry a little bit. But she's like, I'm their mom, and I'm just like,
Stay
there's
strong.
nothing wrong. I was like, you wonder why, and nothing to the mothers. The mothers are all great and wonderful. Everybody has their own parenting style. But I was like, I've talked to all my friends who have twins. I literally have several parents current existing parents who are twins my age-ish. They're like, you gonna have to let them cry sometimes because it's hard trying to do this for one and then the other one kicks up too. You can only take care of
Yeah.
one, but it's
Right.
crazy. It makes no difference in you showing love or you favoriting
exactly.
anybody. It's just like they have to learn how to self-soothe. Is it a little earlier? Yes, most babies have to learn how to self-soothe maybe 6-7 months in, but with two, I feel like it gets cut in half because you will go ape shit. You will literally go crazy from sleep deprivation. Like me and Kira have had moments where we're so damn pissed at each other and like, why the f are we so damn angry? Like, did you get sleep? No, I usually don't sleep anyway. Like, well, that's why we both angry. We nitpicking at stuff because we're tired and we don't want to be angry at them. And they start feeling our energy and they start wailing. It's like, Jesus, somebody for to be crying for a little bit because we got to decompress. We got to get stuff done. And you don't.
And then you the one that's crying.
Yeah, and like I don't want to have them cry or make them cry, but I've let them cry sometimes when I had to get so much stuff done the first few times being left alone. And what was crazy was babies know their crying will get a reaction out of you. They know this is my way to communicate and it's gonna bring you around. But after a period of time,
that's internal.
Like before they could cry tears, they would do it and then like, all right, I know somebody's coming, and then like it got worse when they actually cried tears because it sounds like heartache cries. Like, I can't believe it. I can't believe this woman didn't ask to be here. Stuff like that. And eventually they settle down. I'm like, yeah, see, look. I'm like, look, see, there's soup. But now a lot of times that ish don't work. Like, boy, they just be fussy. And that's you just gotta do what you gotta do. But the 2-on-1 tackling, I love it to death. But if I were to have one more baby now or twins right now, I don't think I'm set. I know this. This is gonna be a ball game. This is a ball game.
Shout out to my brother in the chat. Daniel, what's up? He says JoJo still sleep on my back sometimes if she's 10.
I was wondering.
See, look, Daniel, look, D, bro. See, look, you don't learn nothing from me, man. You gotta stop that. She's 10 years old. You can have a conversation with her.
That's just a thing though, bro. Like I'll say, like up until I was maybe like 8 or 9, I still wanted to like be close to my mom at all times as best I could without being smothering. Like I was a mama's boy, and I've seen like daddy's girls, and it depends. It depends on the closeness of parent and child.
No, it was 100% my fault. 100%
I
my fault.
already know I'm gonna be soft. Like I already know. Like it's just a slow ticking time bomb for me. Like I already know, and I'm starting to notice it by just little things. Like, oh, she's crying. Oh, why she?
That's how it starts.
I gotta stop. Like, I can't go pick her up. Like,
I was always good with the crying thing because, and again, like. Anaya is even though she's a nightmare now, she was such a saint where she only like I said last show, she only cried when she needed something. I'm so blessed that was the case. I know Malik is going to be the complete opposite. He's already the opposite right now. Anaya was chilling when Carly was pregnant last time. This time, Malik, my boy, look, if babies can do cartwheels, Malik has got it down pat. Because I'm telling you, this boy at all times is just going crazy like that. So. But yeah, look, just word to advice to both of y'all, just like stay strong. Tez looked like he got it figured out. Marz,
I'm just
when they were that age, I was cool. I was like, oh, you crying? You just cry. You need a bottle. You need to go sleep. Blah blah blah.
Right.
It's when they get older and they start developing a little bit. You start
and
seeing
they know how to get hugs, and they know when
they be like, like what gets me is when mommy's holding you and you turn back and put your arms out towards me.
That's it.
Come here.
That's the greatest. Oh man, so bad.
No, Marz, y'all can't say that with twins, bro. Because with this dynamic,
with
crying,
with twins, yo,
it don't always be the same thing per baby. Because
no, you're right. Yeah,
they get fussy over the same general stuff. but they aren't colicky, thank God. And like when these girls cry, it's usually for a reason, seriously. and we know the reasons why they're crying. But like I was saying earlier, this getting frustrated shit because you can't turn over yet because you ain't got the full muscle functions.
I'm saying, boy, when I tell real.
you, it's not just a regular. No, bro. It's like you ain't fed me. Who hit me? What just fell on my face? Because you frustrated, you can't roll in your sleep.
But that's good though, because at least they let you. Man, let me tell you, if we were to ever leave a night. I would be so frustrated. Her face would just go straight into the floor. She's like, all right, y'all ain't gonna get me. I'm telling you, I can't lift. Yes. When we do tummy time, she's like, look, I'm trying to tell y'all my neck is too heavy. Y'all, all right, bet. She wouldn't cry, nothing. She would just be sitting there, her face flat, and we would have to flip her over. Like,
all right, so we just gotta sit here. Y'all just gonna look at me like I'm doing it.
They've been really good with tummy time though. Like when they first started doing tummy time, like they even now their head stability is like way better than what I would imagine it would have been even then.
If you
the only time they would do this,
heads alone, Tez.
Yeah, Tez, man.
What I do?
You keep talking about their head like they coconuts.
No, I just said I thought it. Look, they have impressive neck muscles because their heads they got little bodies and big heads. Daddy has a big head. Mama got a big head. We're big-headed people. I had to grow. Look, if I show you pictures of my childhood photos when I was their age, man's had to grow into this head. It ain't some shit you just come out even with.
Tez pictures smile. You smile like this.
Like there were photos of me in like the little hall jumper. Boy, my head was like, ugh. And I'm like,
oh no,
it's heavy. It's heavy, bro. But no, like they would do the same thing, but like they'd eventually be like, man, I can't breathe, bro. Fuck all this. Like it's the quickest motion. Like, I can breathe. Man. Like, but I couldn't imagine just like I'm trying to tell you, I'm going down. And I'm staying down.
She just got my blockhead because I got a very square head. This is why I always have to have a beard or hair. Because when my hair is low, like I look like a blockhead. Like I got a square head.
Oh, that's funny.
I got that too.
I got a cone head, man.
So that's why my hair grows.
Yeah, my shit shaped like an egg back here and kind of like a pointed bullet right in the middle. So
so that's why the dreads are in, because you can't tell. Dreads are working, bro.
If I cut my hair, y'all be like,
yeah, I can't. Yeah.
Like my homeboy said, I have a cup holder, like that little knot under the round of your head. A little cup holder back there. I'm like, damn, bro.
A cup holder?
It's like, why I gotta be all that? He's like, boy, I could balance a nice styrofoam cup on this back here. I'm like, chill out.
Describe the cup. You know those styrofoam cups that got that little base at the bottom? Man, that sit up there perfectly, boy.
Exactly.
Crazy. That is crazy. Is it time for? Oh, it's time. Hit the button.
Yeah, it's time for the.
It's time.
Oh, it's time for the. It ain't working. No, I'm messing.
Oh God.
There it is.
Hit it again.
I hit it.
Oh, well, we didn't hear it this time.
Well, y'all ain't gonna hear it. It's on the desktop.
Well, when you did it earlier, we heard it. Anyways, it's time for okay. What? Hold on. You said like, oh yeah, man. Y'all met Nick. Yeah, my little brother. Yeah, he had. Boy, he was just built different. Nick was built like.
You mean young
Nick was built different.
Young Nicholas, black nail polish, golden hair.
Yeah, he was built different. Like he was a little tractor when he was looking, big old head.
What? Like,
yo,
like,
he was
like,
big,
boy.
Like Michelin baby big. Man, like Michelin, like the Michelin.
He had the baby fat. Okay.
Nick was built, boy, and he had a big old head on top of all that. Oh man. And he also said Little Bill. That's funny. All right, so okay, what for this week? We talked about a lot of things today too.
Y'all can hear Millie?
Yes, of course. Oh, that's Millie. Okay. I thought it was you, Tez.
What? No, that's Millie. Yeah, she going through it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sound like the ambulance in the hallway.
That's exactly
well, no, because it's on my end. It sounds like an echo, but an ambulance is done whir down the street a little bit. I'm like, where the hell is the ambulance coming from? It's Millie. I was like, okay.
What's she mad about?
I don't know. I don't know. She was asleep when we started, and now she up.
She heard you. She's like, y'all stop talking about that. Now there she go. Yeah, I can hear it.
Yeah.
There you go, Harper. Okay, what? All right. This week's okay. What? Okay. What was last episode's? I'm trying to remember what it was. Oh, she's mad. Oh, it was second outfits. That's right. When you go out.
Oh yeah,
second outfits. That's right. That's what it was. No, this one I'm gonna do more home based because we're all quarantining right now. Everybody's staying home. So, And I love that we already talked about like you guys were talking about like the sleep thing, and you guys have this, clock where it's like, once it's this time, if I hear any crying or if there's crying, I ain't gonna hear it kind of thing. But in a similar notion to that, nap time. Is there I'm sure it's probably the same for all three of us, where it's like when, little one goes down to nap, and probably different for Tez, but when little one goes down for a nap, whoever, hears it first goes and gets her or whatever like that. But is there ever those times where it's clear that Katie, Carly, Kira does not want to go get the kid for the nap, but you don't want to get the kid, and if you don't go get the kid, it's a fight? Have you ever had that moment?
Multiple times.
Hell, just the last 2 days.
Okay,
the
so
last
that
2 days.
Look, that was literally a selfish question because I just need to know I wasn't alone.
No,
are we ever truly alone, man? Like all day.
Well, you know what?
Nah,
Look, that makes me feel better because look, man, and it's just like, yo, I was the one that put her to sleep.
Right.
Just go get her and bring her to me. That's fine,
man. You know something? I feel like we on both ends, because this don't just apply to us. It applies to them also, to our significant others, any other significant spouses, whether you male or female. I feel like there should be some type of rule or rubric when it comes to like certain phases of the parenting. Like, yo, whoever gets it, get the next one. Like to make it even, because that's literally, I feel like, how you avoid fights.
That's the best way to do it, but we don't.
No, we don't.
Of course not. It's not like that, man.
It
makes
takes
too much
time
sense
to get like that, because then because a side effect of that is you'll start down trickling everything like that. Well, I did this and I did that. You'll start keeping score, and then keeping score makes the fights come even faster. So it's like you can't win. It's either you succumb to the pressure and do it, or you risk that biscuit and get that fight.
But what's bad is when you're built like a troll, like I am. So like, knowing I'm going to do it, but I will say that. Last time I was one that did. I'll do it every time I can.
Nah,
I have an unhealthy habit of pissing off Carly, and I enjoy it. It's not good. It's really not good. Like I enjoy. Like you, I don't know if you saw my snap. I enjoy pissing off her.
Making fun of her laugh.
Yeah, it's just fun to me. But she knows it's all in good fun. Like it's like I'm never gonna truly do anything that's gonna really like make her mad.
Yeah.
So like moments like that, like when I know I can push it just to the edge, where I'm like, no, I'll go get her. Just kidding. It's unhealthy, and I feel like I've unfortunately passed it on to Anaya, because Anaya is just as bad.
Damn noise.
Because I troll too, but like I don't troll about that. Because like in situations like that, because it's 9 times out of 10, I'm supposed to go. So I'm sitting there like we both hear the baby crying, and I'm just looking straight. Like I ain't looking. If I make eye contact at Katie, it's gonna be like, yo, daggers to my soul. You're supposed to get up.
She's swinging. Yeah.
I'm like, oh hey Chopper, come here. Like calling Chopper to distract me. Like I don't hear the baby.
You gotta pull the Dre. Well, I'm gonna go to bed. The minute you hear her cry, you gotta pull the Dre.
See, in my house, as a general rule of when it's my off days, I try to at least get them when I hear, because like my off days, meaning she can go rest usually, or if she ain't gone, I got them, and it's it's a thing of that I got it, because when like there's times when they sleep and everyone's sleeping and I got them, any subtle noise, I'm like, all right, y'all stop making noise. I'm just trying to sleep, because y'all are in there with her or in the living room, or now I just keep them in here with me, and that's a whole nother subject, trying to do stuff when you're trying to take care of a baby at the same time.
Trying not to.
But on my weeknights, especially when I have to work before quarantining, it's the rule that I can't be at least awoken. Now, if I wake up early enough and like I can help, I've done it once. But it's like I have a hard time sleeping. Like my brain never really shuts off, so it's hard for me to go to sleep and wake up feeling rested, rather than I just like, did I even sleep? That's usually how I feel every day, and it's that shit, that type of sleep on type of like baby exhaustion is just like, yo, because I do hear them sometimes, but before I learned how to block them out, it was like, damn son,
that sounds like such a rough sentence.
Yeah,
it does.
I get it though. I get it.
Because the shitty part about it is, with what limited sleep I get, I'll drive to work tired as hell, and like I'm swervy because I'm trying to wake up. And then from the lack of sleep during pulling a whole long 10-hour day, I come home, I'm really swervy. I'm like, dog, something's got to give. Like that was my biggest fear, like hurting myself trying to make sure I can take care of the household. So it's like, damn, and I want to help and do more, but it doesn't usually come out like that.
Sometimes it doesn't work out.
Because like we never want to, like I said, we
it.
never want to sound like we keeping score. Like, cause if like in instance, CK say you were like, oh well, I had Anaya, this, that, and the third, but the rebuttal is, well, I'm always with her. I'm like, but I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying I got, like, you're trying to relay that I understand or I got this. Like I had her, I get it. And you're like, but I'm with them all the time. Like, but I know that you ain't got to jump from 0 to 500 that damn fast. We know. It's not trying to belittle anything that you're doing. I'm just saying I'm right there too. Just because it don't happen 5 days out of your 7-day week for me, it's still the same instance. But we got to pull our part and they got to pull theirs.
Yeah, because sometimes I do feel bad because Katie does have Millie like every day, all day.
I wish I could swap roles.
Because with my work schedule,
Same.
I'm off. Like I'm off throughout the week, right? Like I'll 2 days throughout the week I'm off, and Katie never gets that time where it's just her by herself. So it's like, like for instance, today I was off. So, and Katie, we took the baby to daycare and everything, but I had that time where I'm, it's just me in the house by myself and I'm just chilling or whatever. Whereas Katie has to go to work. She goes with Millie and then she's home. She's with Millie. Mm-hmm. And then when we're both home, we're both with Millie. So she never really gets that time where it's by herself. So like, I do when I am home though, I'll take Millie like for a whole day. And like Katie goes to work and we won't bring her to daycare and I'll just spend all day with her. But so that's why I'm like kind of grateful that my parents are coming down here. So now whenever Katie needs that break, like she can't, you gotta, I mean, I know you kind of sad, but I know you kind of hype at the same time. You got a whole week away from.
Well, yeah, I was hyped yesterday, but Tuesday, today I'm struggling because like,
you want to see your daughter? Yes, I.
No, you're right because you're 100% correct because it's nice to just have Carly because we don't get that all the time. So you're right, but then it's just at the same time, it's just like,
right. It feels weird when the house is quiet and not running around.
I tell Kira I would swap with her in a heartbeat. I was like, yo, if I didn't make as much as I made and you made the same exact amount, I was like, I'd be Mr. Dad, I'd be Mr. Mom in a heartbeat. I was like, cause I'm at work 10 hours out of the day, and now that's getting ready to change with some stuff coming up here, but it's just like I would gladly be home, but like I'm not with them all the time, so I can't say that that's exactly how I feel 100%. But I know me, I spend a lot of my days by myself alone anyway. Hold on, y'all. Let me crazy ass cat out.
Yes, one of them.
Oh, that's the cat.
That's the cat.
That was the cat. That cat needs an album. Yo, Tez, that cat needs an album. That cat
was the baby. I thought that was one of the babies, yo. I ain't gonna hold you.
No, that's the cat.
I thought that was one of the babies.
What the heck was wrong with them?
She's in the heat.
Oh, she's trying to get that nut.
Is she trying? Excuse me? That is a child, Marz. She ain't up but a year old.
Oh, damn.
Oh. But that's old enough in cat years. But no, I was saying before I had to let the cat out. Oh shit!
You just reprehend Marz like I say that she is a child, but that's old enough for cat years. So no, what I had to do was
I had to be. I got to be smooth with my transitions, man. But I almost forgot what I was trying to say. Like
I would too, man. That cat threw me off, bro. I swore that was your baby crying.
Yeah,
well,
I
they
thought
are
so
crying
too.
in the living room, but that was the cat. Like,
yo, that cat is gonna. Man, that threw me off.
Staying at home, wanting to pull my weight. But I was saying, I stay alone by myself most of the days anyway. I'm at work, secluded. I'd be like, man, I just want to spend time with my babies, but I'm not with them as much as she is. So it's just like when they get old enough, I'll be able to like take that burden off. So she gets her time away from them roughly sometimes, but it's only on my off days, and that's just a minimum period. So it's like you get 2 days. You got like 2 days to go do stuff, but even in those 2 days, it's stuff that I got to get done because I'm either gonna try
Right.
and go to the gym or we got to cook and clean and do stuff. And it's just trying to find a balance, but it's never a moment where like, damn, I wish, and it's gonna get easier, but it's like I wish, I could do a little bit more. Try to. I definitely try not to ignore the babies and when it's her go or she trying to rest anything like that. But
Yeah.
that shit is
Especially
hard.
at the stage you're in. Yeah, 100%. Anytime that I could take Anaya out of Carly's hands, I tried, especially at that time.
Right.
I've only been back to work for 3 months. I mean, for 8 months. They've been alive 3 months. This was the first full month of,
working,
working and babies since they've been alive, and it's definitely been a challenge. It's definitely been a challenge, man. So like I like I said, I hate having to block them out. I'm like, man, I wish I could just wake up and be like, yeah, I got this one, you get that one.
No, but like you said, it makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense.
It definitely don't work like that. But I was gonna ask y'all something else too that caught my eye. Something CK had said. What was it?
I said a lot.
Yeah, you did, but this one definitely stood out in regards to like your parents and your leaving your kids. How do you feel when you're not with your baby? Like I know we're like, yeah, I miss my daughters, but like having that free time. Like what's daddy free time and how important is daddy quality time? With your significant other. Sorry, that's what it was. Planning out time together. Like Kira and I have started implementing Mondays. We pick a different thing to do together. So yesterday we play video games together. Next week is movies. The other one after that it'd be like going out or dinner, some jive. How important is getting downtime?
Well, if you're watching, I wish it was a little bit more important. She got her kid now. I'm like thrown to the side. Like, who am I anymore?
It's like, boy, you better get that hand.
Selfish. No, is it important? Yeah, it's definitely important. There was something that she had found where it was like, I can't remember exactly what it was, but it's like, I don't remember. There's a setup where, and we were gonna try it out. It's like every 2 weeks we'll have a date night, and then like every other month we'll have like a go away weekend or some crazy. It's a dope setup where we would be able to spend time with just us two, where it will make sense for us financially as well as make sense for having someone watch the kids and stuff like that. And that's something that she had come up with that we're gonna start doing. What you gonna rob me from?
You got money for getaway weekends.
It ain't gonna be like we going to Paris and stuff like that. We just gonna go to like San Diego.
Yeah,
Luckily we in California, so we can.
You say it like we finna go to.
You didn't hear what it was? Yeah. Just fill in the blank with any like rich vacation spot.
I heard San Diego.
Oh, so you didn't. But just I can speak just for the fact that like the times that we do get together, like when her grandma wants or her parents want time with her, so like she'll go and spend a weekend with them, and then me and Carlo hang out, or when my mom wants a weekend with her, then we'll hang out then. In those moments, do I miss her? Of course. I'm always, everything reminds you of your kid. Everything, like any little thing, like you think of something that she's done or wants to do or something like that. But no, I don't. I'm not one of those that are like, oh no, because I know she's with grandparent. It's just in an instance like this where it's a week. It's like, yo, okay, like where you at? What you doing? Let's hang out. What are you doing? Let's talk. Where you at? And I miss you. But like when it's just a weekend, when it's just 2 nights maybe and stuff like that, like no, I'm invested in doing whatever Carly wants to do. Sometimes it's absolutely nothing. We just want to watch Netflix just by ourselves without having to worry about Anaya getting into something, making a mess or something like that. Like that's huge,
man. Yo, that's the point where we're kind of getting to now. And I think it's like I keep saying, I think it's getting worse because we know my parents are coming down here. So it's just like we know in the back of our heads, like, yo, it's coming soon where we could just, take Millie to the grandparents' house for a night or two or whatever.
Yeah.
Because right now me and Katie only. Because I work 2 jobs, and Saturday is the only day that I am completely off from both jobs. So Saturday is the day, for me, like I'm down to do whatever, but 9 times out of 10, I'm all like, I work 6 days out of the week, so it's just like on that one day off, I'm like, yo, can we just chill or whatever the case is? But I mean, we do go out and eat, and I mean that's the most to the extent that we really do at this point. Is just go and grab dinner because it's easy just to bring Millie to the dinner and whatever the case is. But now we're gonna start venturing off and doing other things more often like we used to before our little goddess came here.
Yep. I'll also just throw this in here. At some point, we eventually will talk about video games. People who listen to this, in light of yesterday's event of, like I said, Monday being our first video game night, I noticed the Switch ain't got a lot of couch co-op.
What? I mean, you ain't playing the right games.
No. Yeah, in my wife and I's type of games we like to play, there aren't many couch co-op games that require you to not have another damn Switch. Like there's Overcooked 2, Mario Kart,
all the Jackbox
Mario
games.
Party, I think.
All the Jackbox games. Mario Party, yes.
I don't even know what Jackbox is.
Harvest Moon Dash. That's the one.
Harvest Moon Dash?
Yeah.
Is it free?
No.
Oh, I doubt it. Harvest Moon, no.
But I don't think it's not like no $60 game.
Yeah, no, that's the other beautiful part about Switch. Like a lot of those games,
I know for a fact it's not full price, so you know about that.
Okay,
you gotta look. They're there, man. Jackbox Gaming is a fun one for sure.
Man, we started playing. I got her playing
Uno,
Stardew, just to I see how she likes it because she likes farming games. She was eagerly into it. I'm sitting here like, Lord, I wish I had a goddamn Switch Mini to do something else.
You don't like Stardew? That's all I've been playing.
No, not I want to be a part of it, but like we definitely gonna have to get a second. We're gonna have to get a hand.
Oh,
we're gonna have to get
because
a little.
She was playing. That's right, because it's not couch co-op, so you're watching her play.
We gonna have to get we gonna have to get a second.
I could not do that.
We definitely gonna have to get a second one around this piece.
That's what I was.
When I can catch one on sale, one of the minis on sale.
Just get the lights. Get a light.
Yeah,
man. Just get a light. Play on the side.
Because I think Katie and me want to try to play Animal Crossing, and we gonna have some problems.
Yikes! Yeah, go get yourself a light too, bro.
Yeah, we're gonna have some problems,
bro. I'm ready for Crossing, bro. I already got it downloaded.
Man, that's why I said everybody better be available Friday. If I go in there on Friday and nobody in there playing with me,
well, I mean, you also have to remember though, big dog. If we even do join on One World, it ain't like we got stuff to do for the first 2 days.
Whether we in One World or not, I just want to experience it with friends. I just want everybody to crack that thing open together. That's all I want. Hey, I'm so excited for this game. No, I know. We were talking about.
Did you see the taper fade though? I heard they got it. I heard they got Killmonger dreads in that thing, bro. Like they got with cuts, the fade. Man. I was like, hold on.
I know
y'all doing us right.
Little options.
Y'all doing us right.
Yeah, they're actually doing it.
Representing.
It's gonna be dope. I'm just telling you now. I'm gonna be collecting bugs. That was always the funnest thing for me, just harvesting bugs and decorating.
Like a bug collector.
You look like
I think I was telling Trey this the other day, back in the gold and heart gold and soul silver days. Like that was the first time playing Pokemon. I actually was a bug trainer. Like I had most of my party was bugs because they were just dope as shit. I had a Heracross.
I couldn't.
Heracross, a Scizor,
yeah,
Scizor. I had a buffed up ass Pinsir, and then like this random Butterfree. But they were all Butterfree and a Fortress. They were all powerhouse. I'm like, bro, I got like bugs, and then just one legendary. I'm like, I'm officially a bug trainer, bro.
I couldn't do it.
I ain't even mad at it.
You're better than me. I could not do it. I love fire types and I love flying types too much. I could not have none in my group.
Bro, I respect
all
it.
Types.
Huh?
Do you
like heavies?
All types.
Marz loves heavies.
Hey, listen, I ain't gonna. Yes, see. I don't like the first gen heavies, but these newer heavies.
Because there's not really many in the first gen.
There are Snorlax and
maybe Nidoking.
Nidoking, Slappers. I said Slappers.
That man said Slappers.
Slappers.
I think that's what we call it, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Call her Slappers. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to call it, ladies and gentlemen.
Slappers. Yeah, there wasn't that many heavies.
You might have meant it, but you said Slappers. You over here slapping around Slappers. But anyway, shout out to everybody who came in here and watched us live. Shout out to anybody who is listening to us in the audio only versions. Literally, we are everywhere, so I don't want no excuses. You download this thing and you will hear us anytime we are there on the audio only versions. Or you can go over to the YouTube channel and check out the VOD because it is there as well. But I am CK.
I am Marz.
And I'm your boy Tesmo. But yeah, to
We
piggyback
here.
off that, we ain't out. To
go ahead.
piggyback up off that, y'all like, listen, share, let your mama know, let your cousins know, let any other person you know that may be a parent who wants to hear about this, that they can find us anywhere and everywhere, like he said. And then now I'm gonna just let them know we out.
All right, bye.
We out, y'all, man. Y'all be blessed. Peace.